Hello guys, it's NautoAce. So finally, I'm doing once again the MmGS Lost vlog. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done this before. So for people don't know what it is or new to my MmGS vlog channel, is the Lost vlog, and the keyword there is vlog, are topics that I was interested to give my opinion about, but for a lot of multiple reasons, either scheduling, irrelevancy, or distraction or whatever, I never really put it up on the date that it's supposed to kind of like make sense. But until now, so the tip here I have to really emphasize is one, Lost vlog are old. This is not supposed to bring back any bad blood, and it's not a side effect. It's just my opinion to a topic that's already been, not really. So it's like irrelevant. Let's just say that. It's like it's not really a big deal. It's not a talk on the internet. It's just, but at some point it was. That I just decided as of right now, just giving my opinion about it. So a lot of this you gotta keep in mind that the date been recorded has been way past. So yeah, so I want to give that basically disclaimer here that when you see in the title Lost Vlog, it basically means it's a very long, like a very long past topic that, yeah, it should be already under water under the bridge. It's been done, which it is. And it is not meant to bring it back. It's not meant to basically start out something. And it's not a Barbara Streisand effect. It's just, hey, look, it's something I did talk about it, just never put it up on time until now. So this is going to be a bit of minor update on my previous update, basically about my MmGS Lost vlogs. So in the previous update, I was originally going to do a Lost vlog on the PC, the Verge on how to build a PC, which is basically a catastrophe to some extent, and the reaction, and the person in hand who basically was doing the PC didn't really handle it right. Diablo 3 or Diablo going mobile, and Filip returning on YouTube after the plagiarism. And after a while, I was planning to basically upload them, do the video, but things changed, a lot of things happening, and a lot of this basically topic really just like, I wasn't really interested in talking about it. So basically, this is what's going to happen. And for people who basically were, curious to my opinion about the Verge on the PC building, Filip returning to YouTube, or Diablo Immortal plus Pat on the Diablo mobile game, sadly to say, I won't be putting those up anymore. Yes, the reason being is that it is very irrelevant, and to some extent, it's not gonna do anything good. It's like mostly my thoughts is probably the same as the other people, but I can give like a bit of gist of each one of them. So, but yeah, so the thing is, the Lost vlog that I was going to plan to do, I won't be putting that up anymore. That's officially canceled. So for people who want to hear that to some extent, I do apologize, but it's just, I got a lot of topics that I want to give my thoughts on that I'm more interested. And at the time, I was interested, but I said, hey, you know what? After a while, it was just becoming irrelevant, and it got really too stupid to some extent, like the situation. So, what I mean by that? Well, first, let's talk about the PC Verge, how to build a PC by the Verge. Yes, 2018, a lot of people talk about it. People poke fun of Stefan, and Stefan didn't really take it lightly. And the video what I'm going to talk about that one is not so much of like the PC. I mean, hey, you know what? People make mistake. I make mistake. But it's just that I kind of sort of understand where Stefan is going is when you're getting repeated offense on the situation and everything's the same thing. Oh, you didn't do it right. You're stupid. You should know better. Oh, next time do this, etc., etc., etc. But the message behind it is you're kind of dumb to do the PC then yeah, you don't want to hear it. And you're just going to think, well, everyone's a hater. Well, like I said, Stefan, it's not about hate, but I can understand where you're coming from. Repeated offense. That was basically it. And of course, the update, what happened was is that if you follow Review Tech USA, there was at one point that The Verge apparently did a copy strike on his channel because they just don't want him to be talking about, or it was an old video, but they were trying to cover up the how to build a PC from The Verge. So, but I think that was dumb, but it is what it is there. So that's basically it. And then Filip returning on YouTube. He can do it. He's on YouTube. He can do whatever he wants. But for people who don't know who Filip is, yeah, he plagiarized IGN. He plagiarized a lot of people. He was scummy about it, and at the time, he refused to apologize. He was trying to say that, oh, you know what? Everybody's doing it. And I'm probably going to put some links in the description box about it because a lot of people did talk about it. I did kind of give my opinion about it also. So the Lost Vlog was basically not about Filip returning, but basically like, what should you do if you hate Filip? And the gist of that one really is just ignore the guy, don't comment, don't bomb his rating, dislike, because for any action you do on his channel, whether you comment, whether you downvote it, heck, just clicking the video, the YouTube algorithm basically gonna say, oh, wow, there's activity on this video, let's put it featured, let's put him in the front. That's what it is. If you really hate the guy, ignore the guy. So, of course, there's a new update about it. He actually did apologize. Believe it or not, April the 21st, he did an apology. 8 months later, well, better late than never. Why make him do it? Maybe conscious, maybe he was thinking about it. He just said, you know what, maybe it's time for me to apologize. So before I move on to the next topic, I also want to add this on the case with Filip Muniz returning. If you've been following this guy, which is, props to you guys, is he also did 2 videos called an apology. And yeah, I mean, I watched it not from his channel because I really don't want to support his channel, but from other people doing their commentary on it. And mostly from Review Tech USA and Dreamcast Guy. They basically gave their opinion about it. And in my opinion, I think that's more accurate and spot on of what their theories are. And I can agree with it. I think most people will agree with it. The question is, why now? And the most common theory a lot of people, including myself, believe is desperation. Desperation of what? Well, he probably needs a job, and he's running out of option, can't find any alternatives. He got to support his kid, but apparently some people have said that he does have a kid. Then, yeah, he got to be a dad, so he got to find something to support his kid. Desperation. That kind of makes sense. Believe me, I know that feeling when I need something, I need to do whatever it takes to get a job. Yeah, I'm in a position at one point also, maybe some of us do, but I'm not going to go there. But that's mostly a common theory of why he did that. But some theory, what Review Tech USA said, that it kind of makes sense. It's either conscious decision or closure. Again, I kind of relate to that to some extent. Closure, maybe to say, hey, you know what, this is going too far. I want to move on from this. I can't move on. I keep thinking about it. I mean, a lot of the people already move on from it. IGN move on from it. This podcast group move on from it. Maybe Filip still need to move on and just say, you know what, let's just end this. I just want to say my piece and move on. So maybe that's what he did and trying to explain. To some extent, I kind of get that a bit. I mean, yeah, surprisingly, sometimes we have situations like something that you don't like, but you just want to finish, you want a closure, you want to just move on from it, and, And the other one probably also, someone said, is conscious. Maybe just he's doing the right thing. I mean, why couldn't he do it before? A lot of people said it was legality. Maybe there was a legal issue there. You can't really say something until they're all ready. Maybe. I have no idea about it. The problem with the one when he did like a response to it, he didn't do it right. And instead of being apologetic and submissive, he was being aggressive and pissed people more off. So sadly there. So, I mean, yeah, my agreement with Review Tech USA and Dreamcast Guy said, yeah, probably desperation. He just needs more. He needs a job. That's all it is. He just needs a job. Kudos for him. Am I a fan of the guy? Not really. Do I give a shit about the guy? Excuse the language. Not really. So, but Filip is Filip, so it is what it is. So before I go to the next topic, I just want to play this a bit of video that I did in the past. This is going to be a phrase basically addressed to Filip. Yeah. So there's only one thing to say. So now the next one basically is Diablo Immortal, the mobile game. I was gonna basically my opinion about like people kind of take it out of proportion, but at the same time there is more than meets the eye. So I just said, you know what, I don't care about Blizzard. I'm not a fan of Blizzard. Excuse me. I'm not really a fan of Diablo. I like mobile games. I already talk about mobile games in my previous video about Dr. Mario World and Mario Kart Tour Online. There it is. That's my opinion about mobile game. It's not a dirty word, but I can understand what people say. So in the case with the Diablo one, I think people are just going haywire about it. That probably was unnecessary in my opinion. However, I can agree with a lot of people, including Spawnwave, Review Tech USA, and some other people, is that mentioning a Diablo mobile game on the biggest event in Blizzard where people are a bunch of PC fans that they don't like mobile game, they pay a lot of money to go there, and that's your big event is Diablo Immortal for mobile game. Yeah, good job. It doesn't make sense, man. Seriously, it doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I mean, there was one guy said it didn't. Some guy said that I forgot. Oh no! One guy said it will also be on PC, and they said, "Well, why not on mobile game?" I can't understand that. And then there was a guy in the glasses with a red shirt, and when the first year I heard this guy, he said, "Oh, is it an off-season April Fool?" At first, I'm like, "Damn, that sounds like kind of aggressive." But after a while, he has his YouTube video. Yes, he has a video. He has a YouTube channel. He did basically he emphasized more of why he did that, and I cannot agree with what he said because again. You're doing it in a place where it's supposed to be PC. A lot of people paid a lot of money, skip work to go to BlizzCon just to hear, oh, wait, our biggest event, that's what I'm trying to say, is going like Diablo Immortal. Your next game is on a mobile game. Where's Diablo 4 or a Diablo remake or whatever? Yeah, that was kind of sad. And plus, bonus that one is Patty and his buck on Diablo Immortal. Yeah, all I can say is that I would say I have to agree with Review Tech USA. Links in the description box on that one because, yeah, it makes sense of what it is. Pat, I have to say, I'm not really, I mean, I like the Anderson podcast to some extent, but Pat as a person is questionable at best. Like, I prefer Ian more. He's more like the logic of the two. And like I said, the reason also is that, believe it or not, I did have like a gripe with this guy, mainly the Cheetah Man 2 controversy. I called him on Twitter, and believe it or not, it's either one or two things is happening. He put his Twitter in private, or he actually blocked me for basically saying, dude, come on, man, you're better than this, you're a coward for blocking. And he just said, well, I'm getting shed on. What do you want me to do? And the problem is when he's getting shed on, he gets aggressive, and he becomes an internet tough guy. I don't know, that's what Pat does, and he called a lot of people on the Diablo Immortal. So, like always, it's Pat. I mean, my best solution to everyone is if you start hating the guy, just unsubscribe and ignore it. Attacking him, basically spewing thing, it's not really going to do good because Pat, believe it or not, is one of those, he's sort of influenced a lot of people, whether you like it or not. So, there are a lot of people who basically fans of it. So, I mean, if you hate the guy, just ignore it. But like I said, when it comes to basically getting shed on, he does tend to get aggressive. That's how Pat does. It kind of sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. That's just his personality. I know it sucks. So, there you go. So, I'm also going to include this on the summary, rapid fire of the Lost vlog. And that is my closure in this particular podcast. I'm not going to say the name of what it is. Again, if you know the people I follow in the community, then you're going to know who the people I'll be talking about. It is not my place to say who they are. If you want to know, well, sorry. You kind of get an idea. Here's a hint. Look out of the people I follow or I subscribe to. That's a hint. Let's just say that's a hint. And then you kind of get like what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm going to leave it to. But I'm going to say, what are my thoughts about this particular podcast is foundation. So, yes, I do believe in a podcast. The people behind it, what they do on the internet, again, that's a keyword, on the internet, they done some good jobs. What they do beyond the internet, it's really not my business. All I can say about that one is, don't be a dick to your friends. Don't be basically, quote unquote, betraying, whatever. Again, not my place, and I've seen this a lot. And it's not just particular this podcast. There's other people that I follow on the internet happen, and they have to basically laundry out their stories. It's gonna suck, and then like I said, it is not my business. But I mean, the solution for that, I'm just gonna say to anyone is, if you have a problem with someone, and if you can't really talk it out, just trying to walk away. And if it's necessary, and then even I'm saying this because I sort of don't believe it, but if it's push come to shove, block that person for avoidance reason. Don't think about that person. Just trying to move on. I know it's kind of hard. I been talking to some people about it with their own. They had a part ways with someone, and yeah, I mean, they're friends one day, and then all suddenly they're enemies one day. It is an unfortunate thing. I mean, in my case, I just follow what they do on the internet, what they content, how they provide themselves, whatever they do outside of the internet. It's really not my business. Just don't be a jerk. But if some people said this person does that and other person does that, I really don't know what to say about it. Like, I really don't know what to say. So anyway, from that, the people behind it, like I said, what they do in the internet, very, very, professional. They had passion. And that's why at one point I was like an Uber fan, because I want to support them. I want people to get more exposure. And of course, this particular podcast I'm talking about did get a lot of exposure. You got to also keep in mind this particular person used to work in a game company, so he can understand the industry. So there you go. Again, personality-wise, as I'm trying to say, one of them, yeah, kind of questionable. I did kind of talk about it in the past, but again, it is what it is. And yeah, so that's why I was a super fan about it. I want them to succeed because the little guy, support the little guy. And props to this particular podcast. It's building up. Whether you agree or not, you like it or not, hey, it is what it is. But like I said, you just have to put in your head two key things. Knowing that particular person on a business level or personal level. As a person or what they do. Business, what they do in the internet. So anything beyond that, well, the bottom line there is, you just have to question it. That's why it sucks. That's what it's called. That's personal level. It's what they do outside, talking to friends or whatever. I follow these people because I'm a fan of their work, because they do good content and I believe on the product. That's it. So that's what reason I'm being a super fan on that one. To some extent, unfortunately, one of the organization did kind of die down. And another one came up to it, and this person actually is building up to it. So that's all I'm going to say about that particular podcast. Again, for what it is, hey, good. You're getting a lot of fans. Yeah, but anything beyond that, I'm going to say is just don't be a jerk. People, don't be a jerk about what you're doing. Think about that it wasn't for someone else that you wouldn't be there. That's all I'm just going to say. But again, it is unfortunate. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, again, it is unfortunate, but it is not my place to judge. So yeah, so basically, those originally was going to be my vlogs, basically lost vlogs, but unfortunately, after evaluation, I just said, you know what, I got to do better. I have better ones I want to talk about than this. I mean, even though I did record them, I have to fix it, edit it, and do the graphic to some extent. I mean, some of them I'm just probably gonna do a black screen, well, with words, because that's old school and that's like lame. But I rather put my time on something that I like to do. That I like to do visual, that I can express what my thoughts are than this. So yeah. So once again, for people, one last time is that originally I was gonna plan to do 3 MmGS Lost vlog, which is the PC Verge, Filip returning on YouTube, and Diablo 3. After evaluation is that I won't do it anymore. That's gonna be canceled. So there you go. Updates and my quick thoughts, lost V block thoughts about those. With that, I'll see you guys later.